And of course, my friends here can ending me on some of the issues that we wanted to flag, because governance is important. On devolution, we note a good progress, and you have yourselves done so. But it looks like corruption has been devolved. I was looking at Kuru, our court's submission. I don't normally agree with the Kuru. But I liked what I read about what he was trying to say yesterday. Because we say, let these governors be accounting officers. Because if they are, then they'll be caught red-handed. They use the poor county executives, CECs, say you do ABC, do this and the other. And because the governor assigns no place at all, the poor fellows who suffer are the accounting officers. So that matter probably needs to be looked at, so that people will be held responsible for their actions. Corruption at the county levels, I must tell you, Chair, is alarming. It's absolutely alarming. And cronyism, you note that in your report. Cronyism, that a governor takes over from another governor, and they forget these are citizens, and they may require their votes. Say this, you are loyal to so and so, go home. We need to streamline devolution. And so this, of course, comes also in line with the youth employment. We are very particular about the 30% rule. If you ask the Kenyan youth today which of them have won tenders, including persons with disabilities, we are very passionate about persons with disability as a movement, and that they must also have their rightful share and recognition as useful citizens of this country. But 30% of the jobs will go to the youth. Ask the youth whether any of them has got to those things. Again, becomes an avenue for corruption. Or indeed a situation where the youths are asked, before we give you a tender, a job, the few jobs that are available, you need 5 years experience. A guy has just walked out of university with very high, I can tell you they are young Kenyans, very highly qualified, who have first degrees in financial management and even in procurement. And they have been out there. These are the people who are operating borders. Imagine how angry they are. With a degree, the only job you can do is get a simple loan of 70,000, get yourself a border. These are angry Kenyans. That's why I'm saying, like you, if we don't think out of the box and cause an economic revolution, these citizens are going to catch up with us and throw us out, kabisa, out of what we call jobs. So the youth badge can yet be positively even identifiable is very easy, but if we just get our economists there, grow this economy. We talked of double-digit growth. Believe you me, if you come up with an economic with a free port in Mombasa, you will begin to even gain advantage within the region. Let me tell you something very sad. Ethiopia is even expanding. They're even expanding their own international airport. The vision of, I'm sure President Kenyatta at that time, you may not know this, but Mwalimu Nyerere tried even to create a challenge to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by having Kilimanjaro Airport. And what happened? It didn't work. So Kenya became the preferred regional hub. We have lost that status now to Ethiopia. Ethiopian Airlines today has about 130 aircraft. Kenya Airways, which is limping and which should be nationalized as soon as possible. I never like the word nationalization, but for the sake of Kenya Airways and for us to remain competitive in air aviation, we really need to move very swiftly and make the pride of Africa a sustainable airline. What is happening now? Uganda Airlines have come there with their own. Air Rwanda have come with Air Rwanda. And you know what is happening? I'm told that Qatar Airlines are now building an international airport in just outside of Kigali. Therefore, you're going to lose now completely to Rwanda and to Ethiopia. So what remains of Kenya? The thing that can salvage this situation is if we move and we get out of our comfort zones. You see, the trouble with us as Kenyans, we think we are the best. I want to tell us we are not. Even in economic terms, Ethiopia now in GDP has overtaken Kenya. I can tell you that Tanzanians are very close to overtaking us. And here we sit, quarrel on days and end, on how to put and work together, and then we are trying to work together, force ourselves on each other, call each other names, and I'm happy that this you are here as a result of people saying we don't want to call each other names anymore, but we have to do something. Any lawyer will tell you, like Paul Mwangi, time is extremely of the essence. Watch it. The moment Qatar Airlines puts an international airport in Rwanda, and probably President of Rwanda can even declare the whole country a free port, you are done. And you know there have been regional economics, the dynamics here. I like the fact that you are saying our business people can take advantage of regional integration. Some of us worked very hard for this. I was the first chair of the Ministerial Tripartite Commission, which was asked by Mzee Moi, Mzee Ali Hassan Mwinyi, and Museveni to try and pick up what had gone wrong after 1977, and the community collapsed. Now, all of us knew that Kenya would stand to benefit out of a revived regional integration approach. And indeed, a lot of Kenyan business have taken advantage. They've invested in Uganda because our taxation proposals here are wrong. Did you, for instance, know that Kenyans are the most heavily taxed people, I think, on earth? They are taxed by the county governments. They are taxed by the national government. Corporation tax is at 30%. And if you play around, you go into jail now. And therefore killing the goose literally lays the golden egg. So our business people have invested in Uganda, and we're importing maize from Uganda. Maybe, I know a Kenyan lady who has put up a huge sugar factory in those sides of Gulu. She was born in Busia. She's doing tremendous job out there and exporting to our own country. So this is a problem. Integration. I therefore want to suggest whatever it is that can be done to revive. We went ahead, and Attorney General Maswako knows. I think he's one of the people trying to see how they can even further revamp and fast track federation. Federal system clearly would help this region. But right now, the community is limping again. There are problems between Uganda and Rwanda, problems between Burundi and Rwanda. And if you talk to members of parliament in Arusha, they will tell you, in the foreign office, just to tell you how serious we are about integration, there's only a desk for East African Parliament. They have, for instance, argued on 9 of them, have said that they should be under the National Assembly, but they are under ministry. These are some of the things which nobody can understand. And yet we are saying, let us further integrate. Let us further integrate the region. Therefore, when we got Ambassador Muthaura to be sworn in as the first Secretary General, Executive Secretary of the East African Community, I was a very proud man. No wonder, without of experience, he came back here and was a very successful head of public service. He worked hard with his team. But all those high achievements have actually been going down the drain. And yet you are saying, let us strengthen the community. I therefore want to suggest that Kenya takes a very proactive role in this matter of East African integration. And even go beyond East Africa and look at the DRC and look at, of course, South Sudan is a member of East Africa community. We can think about an economic arrangement around that area. But we need, again, to be able to be very proactive.